The Daily Purge. All right, man. All right. Thursday. I missed you guys yesterday. Sorry about that. I got tied up, got late. And I was like, oh, dang, I didn't do my Daily Purge. I've only done 750 some episodes of it. So sometimes I forget. Right. Sometimes I guess we just get carried away with life and forget what's going on. Let me share this around for you guys. I want to talk about why leadership is such a challenge these days. And it's just my opinion. It doesn't mean it's written in gold. Hey, Olga, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know who that is because it doesn't tell me, because you need to register or allow, I don't know, the StreamYard to do whatever they do with your profile so I can see who you are. But talking about why leadership is such a challenge. And it is a challenge. And it's a challenge not only as a leader, but it's a challenge as someone who trains leaders and advises leaders. And that's because everyone has a different idea of what leadership is. And if you read our book, Unleash Your Humble Alpha, right, you're here, then you'll know what Lane and I think about leadership and where it comes from. It comes from within. True leaders radiate a value, radiate and amplify their identity in order to influence others to become leaders as well from the inside out. And what I see is a leader's got to do this. And like yesterday, I talked about servant leader, or the day before yesterday. A leader has to do this. A leader has to do that. All these kind of things. And the one thing that I see as a difference is that people try to change who they are in order to become a leader. And people even say you have to change who you are depending on who you talk to. And that's, in my opinion, completely and unequivocally false, right? Changing who you are, excuse me? No. Look, if you're out there trying to dictate a specific outcome because you want something and you're changing who you are for that person, do you think the chances of you getting what you want are higher or lower by changing who you are? They're lower. Of course they are. Why? Because you're out of your comfort zone. You're not who you are. And I know people say you got to get out of your comfort zone, but not when it comes to being who you are. You must stay who you are. Simple as that. And I know it's so good. Hey, Olga. You have to stay who you are. And, that doesn't mean that you can't meet them where they are. And that doesn't mean that you show up in a t-shirt to a wedding because this is who I am. I don't mean that, right? I mean your core values, your principles. What do you stick to? What do you live by, right? What do you live by in your life, in your business, in your personal life, in your relationships? What do you live by? And I'm sorry, but Lane and I, we're hardcore on HIT, honesty, integrity, transparency. You know what that is, right? Honesty with yourself, why you do and say and think like you do. Transparency is the way you step into the world. With that honesty, it's your ongoing reputation, and integrity is the byproduct, which makes you authentic and allows you to dictate your own market value and amplifies you and your identity through your purpose. Simple as that. That's leadership right there. It's that simple. It's that simple. And integrity, you can't say I have integrity. You either get it as a result of living the right life and living by the right values, or you don't have it. And integrity is tied into many things, but it's three things for me. Three things for me is doing what you say you're going to do, not doing what you say you're not going to do. And if you screw up, fix it and say you're sorry. That's it. That's integrity for me, right? And this is it. If I asked everybody right now to raise your hand if you think life's difficult, you would all raise your hand. And then what if I told you you're making life difficult on your own? Can you raise your hand now? Most people can't because they don't see it. They see it. They think it's all on the outside. It's not on the outside. You allow it to be there. You invited that into your life. Taking full and just crazy ownership of everything in your life, even me, where I have situations where, let's say, a loved one leaves you, right? Your partner leaves you. I invited it into my life. That's a lesson that I apparently needed to learn, right? And I know it's hard to think of it that way, but it's true. It's absolutely true. It's not their fault. Hey, David, how you doing, brother? It's not their fault, right? Maybe they did something wrong. Maybe they didn't, but you allowed it. You let it into your life. You let it into your peripheral. You let it into your circle of influence. And so when I look at life and I look at all the things that are happening, I'm very conscious, maybe uber conscious sometimes. And I'm trying to find that kernel of truth in everything that I do so that I know that I'm sticking to my guns, right? I'm not, oh man, here comes so-and-so, let me act like this. Or, oh, I got to talk differently. Well, hello there, how are you today? That kind of, I don't do that. And the one thing that people say when they meet me in person is like, holy shit, you're just like you are on the videos. Why? Because I'm comfortable with me. I like me, right? And when I'm comfortable with me and I like me, then I don't need to be anybody else. That's the key factor of leadership right there. A true leader is who they are. Doesn't matter if you have a college degree. It doesn't matter if you have Maxwell or Tony Robbins or all this kind of stuff. And let it be, everything happens for a reason. We learn as we grow. Exactly, Tracy. There you go. Crazy ownership. Oh, it's so true. Exactly. And it irks me when someone preaches to me about something that someone else wrote them, right? And they say to me, I'm a John Maxwell trainer, or I'm a Tony Robbins trainer. I'm like, awesome. Make it your own. What's your style? Who are you? Are you Tony Robbins? Are you John Maxwell? Or who are you? Right? I want to see you. I don't want to see Tony. If I want Tony, I'll go book him if I can afford him. Right? Nothing wrong with Tony. Nothing wrong with that. We need that information in order to make it our own. And when you adapt all of these different programs that you can get out there in leadership, adapt it to yourself, then it becomes yours, and then you own it. Just like with the Humble Alpha. There's probably not much breaking information in there, right? But we gave it a name, we gave it a structure, and we told you what to do, not how to do it, but what to do to unleash your own personal version of what we're talking about. Hey, Stephen, what are your thoughts on the deeper layers of change in your own self-image, core beliefs, et cetera? They say that the book of Sebo. Hey, man, Sebastian, I've actually read that book. I don't know. I think too much in your mind, trying to control your mind, setting up borders and guidelines and drop-offs. Is manipulation, and I don't think manipulation works very long. I don't think manipulation becomes a habit, right? So I think what becomes a habit is taking a routine. For instance, I get up in the morning and when I meditate, immediately in bed while I'm still laying there, I do a route. Right? I do a route, the same route every morning. I see where I start and I see where I end, and that route has me going to my five minds. It has me going to my intuition and my higher self, and it has me going into the universe, cosmos, and then making my last statement of the day before I begin my day. And so that's a routine that I get used to. So that's something that gives me value, but it's not me trying to manipulate my mind not to think of this or not to think of that. And the way I like to explain it, hands down, not hard, put your feet in the direction you want to go, and direct it. There you go. One step, creating as you go. And one of the things that I do to really have an impact is I let go. Right? I let go of the things. I let go of these things. I let go of things that are bothering me. I let go of things that I can't change. And if I am focused on something and I'm like, man, this is really bothering me, I ask myself, why is it bothering me? Is it structural or is it emotional? If it's structural, that means I'm putting too much importance on the subject. If it's emotional, then I'm putting too much desire in that subject matter. I need to lower the desire. I need to lower or decrease the importance of it. Why? Because the impact that I'm going to have in the world around me is lessened the more that I am stuck on one little thing. So you pan out like you do in the movies and you look at the entire picture and see how everything's connected. And so that's something that I live by. I literally live by that. It's like, wait a second. I'm stressed right now because of what? Wait a second. No. And then I say my own personal statement, which most of you know, right? My own personal statement is like, if I'm having a stressful situation and I need to pull myself out and sort of pan out, I go, wait a second. Why am I here, Stephen? Why are you here? Why am I here? I'm here to radiate value and elevate people to a higher frequency. That's why the F I'm here. And that puts everything into perspective. Because then I'm like, that's not a problem at all. It's just a little hiccup. That's just a nothing. And as soon as you let go of trying to get something right, it comes. It happens. Boom. There you go. It falls into place. And you're like, damn. Why didn't I think of that before? Because you were thinking. That's why. You were thinking so hard to try to fix this thing. And the harder you think and the more you focus, the more this happens. And the next thing you know, you're looking down a tunnel. You don't see all the magic that's happening out here. You're walking by every opportunity because you're like this. Because you're worried, because you're thinking, because you're sad, because you're emotional, whatever it is. And so true leadership for me is knowing who you are, your identity, finding that purpose in life, amplifying your identity through that purpose, and spreading that radiant value to everyone around you. We talk about it in the book. It's step by step. It's super simple. And if you just stick to that, we call it the Humble Alpha operating system. If you just stick to that and build upon that, your life's going to be completely different. Exactly, David. Thank you, Sebastian. No worries here, Olga. Right? It's. I can't say it. Thanks, Sebastian. I can't say it enough. In this last 45 days since that tragic thing happened to me, I've learned so much about me because I had to save myself. Like I had to save myself. I was literally had the darkest thoughts that I've had since after the war, right? In this last 45 days. And I had to save myself. So I dug deep. I hired coaches. I read books. You name it, I did it. Live coaching 3 times a week, the whole works, right? And I'm finding things out about myself, things that I thought worked before and which were okay and they did work. But now it's less effort, massive impact, and more happiness and joy in my life through doing what I'm talking about here, by panning out, making that statement of why are you here? Find out your own statement. What's your statement? It's got to be impactful. It's got to describe who you are and what you already do. Right? And it isn't like I'm a mother that takes care of my kids. No, what's the universal role? I elevate people. I irradiate value, and elevating people to a higher frequency. That's my statement, right? And so when I know that, it sort of keeps me on the up and up, doesn't it? It keeps me rolling on my own stuff, right? It keeps me going. And this is what we all want in the end. I don't want to think about everything that I'm doing. Oh, what do I need to do now? Oh yeah, Tony Robbins said do this, or oh yeah, that's right, I got to do that. You got to create your own flow. Joe, it's really simple. Don't let the false idea that life success has to be hard and difficult. It's not. Just radiate your value and success comes. There you go, Joe. Let go, right? Radiate value, let go. And that's the whole point. Life is not difficult. It's like this. Stephen, what's your secret to success? And I go, whoa, you got to be careful. I can't tell everybody because it's super secret. It took me years and years and years to develop, and it's amazing. You ready for this? Find somebody who's been where you are, where you want to go, and you ask them for help. Oh my God, what an amazing revelation that is, right? That's what I mean. It's simple. It's a simple answer. We overcomplicate everything. Books and courses and schools and classes and trainings. It overcomplicates everything. Break it down to the smallest T. Right? Why? Do you know what you feel? Hey, Mensch. Mensch der Vernunft. Hello. What do you actually feel in a situation? Do you even know what you feel? Do you pay attention? Overthinking, exactly, Joe. Do you even pay attention to what you're doing and how you feel in a situation? That's your intuition talking to you, right? Your intuition is the only truth in the world. You can change that truth the longer you think about it. Remember in billiards, when you played pool as a kid, it was always like, you think wrong, you think wrong. You think long, you think wrong, right? You think long, you think wrong. Remember that? And it's funny because I was a kid saying that stuff about pool. Didn't know that it applied to the entire world that we live in. You think long, you think wrong. Use your intuition, move forward, move forward with imperfect action, creating as you go and co-creating as you go with all those around you in your circle of influence, knowing that certainty inside of you is going to crush everything that comes in your way. And the certainty about your abilities, not the certainty about the world on the outside. You can't be certain about that, but you can damn sure be certain about your abilities. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. My goodness. All right. So any questions, shoot them out. Otherwise, we'll head off for the night. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Man, it's already Friday tomorrow, Christmas. No, wait. Christmas Eve tomorrow in America, Christmas tomorrow here. I think it's Christmas tomorrow. Yeah, it's Christmas tomorrow, I think here. And Christmas Eve in America the 24th. I do wish you all a Merry Christmas. I'll probably do one of these tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know what's going on, actually, to tell you the truth. We'll see. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas and a very nice rest of the year. Merry Christmas. Send you peace. Thank you. Festive today. Feliz Navidad. I like that song. Feliz Navidad. Remember that when I was a kid? I used to listen to that. I'm sure it still plays in America everywhere. You don't hear it over here at all. So I sort of missed that. Feliz Navidad. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic one. Happy holidays, Sebastian. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Facebook user. Okay, everybody. Have a fantastic one. Remember, it's all about that amazing quality of life. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.